Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to our podcast channel. With me, Agustine Putri, and my podcast partner is Arofa Kamila. We are students from IMI College of Management. Before we talk about this topic, hello Fah, how are you? Glad to have the opportunity to do a podcast with you.
Hello, Put. I'm fine. I'm also happy. Thank you for the opportunity that has been given. How are you, Put?
I'm good. Thanks for taking the time to talking about the presidential election, which will be held in 2024. I think it will be interesting if we take this opportunity to discuss the characteristic of a good leader for Indonesia, right?
Oh, yes. The theme is very interesting, especially for us, both as the millennials generation. Maybe through this podcast, we can talk a little about what our leaders and our leaders are like. What are the characteristics of leaders that many millennials want, and the many impressions we can show.
Well, that's true. Straight to the point, let's start the podcast. This is our opening question. Arafah, did you take a part in the 2019 president election?
Of course, this is one of the political events that I have been waiting for because we can only use our voting rights in presidential election every 5 years. So, 2019 is first year I can take part in the presidential elections. Are you participating or not, Put?
Of course, it was also the first year I could cast my vote. Talking about the leader, what do you think that leader is?
Okay, I think a leader is someone who can lead a group of people on organization and his actions can affect other people.
I agree, but if you can add a leader, it means that you also have to get recognition for your subordinates, respect them, right?
Exactly.
What do you think a good leader looks like?
In my opinion, is a good leader is firm because if he's firm, he will be respected. So his subordinates will obey the leader and not belittle the leader. The second is humility. In my opinion, humility shows that leaders have sufficient self-confidence and are aware of their abilities. These two traits are important for a leader to have.
Do you think having a national perspective is necessary or not?
Of course, for example, let's say the president. As the leader of Indonesian state, this matter really needs to be controlled by the president. If only he had not mastered what professions did he hold while leading Indonesia, in my opinion, national perspective is the main professions for someone to be considered a leader, especially as a president.
Hmm, I totally agree. By having a broad insight can also be used as a basis in every discussion making and can be said as someone who is seen as a leader who has high intelligence.
Right. By the way, may I ask you a question?
Of course, what do you want to ask me?
Do you have any complaints about the current leadership? Can you share a little story?
I have a little complaint, more the inequality of justice. I think the current leader is good, but there are still a number of things that need to be improved to make it even better. One of them is an equal justice.
You mean one example is direct cash assistance, social assistance?
Yes, like the BBC article I read yesterday, there are residents from Lopang Village, Serang, Banten. He is a fish trader whose business has been quite do the COVID-19 outbreak. Instead of receiving assistance, he admits that he has never been recorded as poor even though he lived in poverty and only lived on rented land. In my opinion, BLT or Bansos is quite good as the responsibility of the state leadership to help the less fortunate. But my opinion, the distribution is not target.
That's right. Not to mention to funds corrupt by the president man, right?
Yes, that's right. In my opinion, this must be addressed by the next leadership so that it does not happen again. What do you think today leaders still need to improve on?
Maybe not much different from you. It's just that I'm more focused of development in Indonesia, which is increasing rapidly. But in my opinion, it is not very evenly distributed. There are still many areas that are isolated because of the difficult of access to get there.
Yeah, it's sad sometimes to see broadcasts on TV that they cover Indonesian, but is still lagging behind.
That how is it? Like an article published by Republika.co covering children in Situbondo Regency, East Java, one of the elementary school is located at mountains area, namely SD Negeri 1 Campuan. The student at the elementary school have to cover a distance of 1 kilometer by footpath and make a detour and pass through steep cliffs and a fast-flowing river valley.
Well, I just found out about this. This is just one case. Even in Java, I think outside Java there are still many arts that live with limited access.
Maybe
Then, as a millennial generation, what future do you want to for Indonesian future leaders?
apart from two things that I advanced it earlier, the addition that I hope is to have the nature of responsibility. Of course, a good leader must keep his promise to the people during the campaign. Then, a fair attitude, reflecting on the problems that I mentioned earlier. I hope the leaders can be fair in managing our country from one hand to another. What characteristic do you expect, Put?
Wow, saying the problem earlier, there are a lot of features that I expected, like a leader who has a clear vision and a mission, such as what work program he plans during pregnancy as a leader, what reporting he will make. The whistle is such a making discussion. He must consider whether there are parties who are harmed by the decision he will take. That's my opinion.
Wow, we really hope for the next Indonesian leader. I hope Indonesia's future leaders can bring Indonesia to be even better.
Yes, hopefully what we hope especially for the good of our own nation can be achieved.
Our discussions were very exciting.
Yes, I don't think we can exchange view of on a good leader for Indonesian. Okay, I think we have enough of this conversation. Thank you for your time, Arofa.
You're welcome, Put.
Hopefully next time we can talk again, ya.
Of course, with pleasure.
Okay, bye, Arofa.
Bye,
See you
Put.
next.
See you.
Something about you. Sometimes we had sex and then
Arofa, did you take a part in the 2019 resident?